Good morning, Life Matters family. How are we all doing? Welcome to Life Matters with Ano Adedue. This is your first time watching. Oh my God, where have you been? Where have you been? Where have you been? Oh my. So we're going straight to the music. We're gonna have a couple of music played. And by the time we're back, I have this song that I really love, and it's called Favor by Laudo Benjo. Favor medley. Oh, let me put that back. Hi guys. You hear me? Are you coming? You hear me? Are you coming? Hi Yemila, how you doing? Hi Blessing, how you doing? All around me, hey, all around me. All I see is favor. All around me. You should declare that for yourselves. All around me, I Tyler. All around me, all I see is favor. All around me, all around me, all around me, all I see is favor. All around me, hey. Taking over. Hey. Hi, people.
Alpha.
Hey. Hi, Mr. Wills. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm all right.
How have you been? Hi, Deji kids. Oh, my people are here. My people are here.
I'm all right. I'm good.
Awesome. Just
What's going on?
so for those that are just joining us, welcome to Life Matters with Anu Adedure. If this is your first time, welcome. Today I'm having I'll give you a brief intro on how I met him. So I went to I was in Nigeria recently. For most of y'all know that I was in Nigeria recently, and I was going to visit Bros Eddie. For those that know, Bros Eddie is one of the foremost sound engineers in Nigeria and producers, and that's how I met this person. And Bros Eddie was like, "Oh, meet Williams." So in my mind, I'm like, "Okay, maybe just one of the like, maybe you get that kind of drift." So I'm like, "Oh, get to Mr. Williams." And I go into the office and I was conversing. Then someone else said, "Oh, Wheels Alpha." So I'm like, wait. So I had to come out and I'm like, "Wait, you're Mr. Wheels?" He's like, "Yes." I'm like, how? So guys, if you know all this, I don't want to start dropping names so that I know like I'm a proud person, I don't want to be a proud person. If you start dropping names, just look for songs Mr. Wheels has produced. And I'm thinking, you produced La Lubenjo. And I kept mentioning different people, and he's like, yes. I'm like, why are you so humble? You should be proud for 1 minute.
Wow.
We won't mind. But yeah,
Wow.
he's an amazing producer, and he's a very wonderful producer. So if you wanna do any work with him, his handle is I am Wills. Thank you very much, everybody. So today we're gonna be talking about something very important, which the reason why I actually thought about that topic when I talked about him is because I felt like most of the time you see people outside that you want to talk about music. Let me even give you a funny thing. So someone gave you an idea, and I'll tell you about the idea. And I told the person the reason why the idea is very wonderful, but people take advantage of it. So this person said, "You have links to a lot of producers, a lot of sound engineers and all that. Why can't you do like a hub where you bring singers to producers?" I'm like, wow, like that's a great idea. But you know the problem with that idea? The problem with that idea is that it is good to bring say, okay, what kind of song do you want to do? Okay, I know Mr. Wheels is gonna help you. But the problem with the idea, and I told the person that people take advantage of it. I remember one that I did. It was not even like a producer. It was someone that could help the person market, and I did the link. And the next thing I heard the person talking about this big star. And the person was like, "Oh, she this. Oh, I understand her." And in my mind, I'm like, bruh, you don't. So I've learned different things like that, in which the market kind of introduces what exactly you want to do with people. So
Yeah.
what do you think about that? Like creating a hub where you have producers and people that want to produce music, and it's not free. So it's not like I'm creating the hub to give you discounts for the producer. I'm just creating a hub where you're getting a better production for your music, or you have songs and you want someone to scan through it. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I have a link to Flo Rocker. Why can't you just go and talk to him and he can help you with songwriting? You get what I'm saying? So what do you think can be that the good and bad side to that particular thing?
Well, it's a fantastic idea though, because it's never been done. I think the only person that is actually trying to do that right now is Bez. Bez created something called the Artist Hub, where he brings in a lot of young people, lot of talent. Hi. He brings in a lot of talent, and they all come together, and he's trying to groom them, create a sound, create a community for producers, artists, and all of that. Understand? I think it's a good idea as long as people don't take advantage of it and mess it up.
So for Bez's zone is a little bit different because he's bringing producers together and young budding ones.
Not just producers, artists, music writers,
All
lyric
so
people.
it's a good platform.
Yeah, so he's the only person right now I think who is doing that. And every day I still called him this afternoon. I was like, "Oh God, Bez, how far this?" Is it just a freeze? You understand? It could be very challenging because, um, especially in Nigeria where we are right now, there are a lot of work not the everybody don't turn musician, everybody don't turn everybody don't turn producer, everybody don't turn artist. So even the ones who are talented, the ones who are not talented, the ones who think they are talented that are not talented is crazy. But it's a good idea. I think it's a fantastic one to work.
Okay, for me, I think it's very good. I really love it, but I think that sometimes the ideas are really good on paper until you start working on them and you're like my only fear I've thought about it, but my only fear is because I don't know. Okay, let me be truthful. I don't know young budding producers. No, I don't. I can mention probably just 3 that I know, and I know there are thousands of them. So I know Days Bits. He's like a brother to me. I know that there's this one. Well, he's not a young budding, but he's kind of doing a lot now. What's his name? You know when someone's name is in your face and you can't remember it.
The person was
by something. I know 3 of them like that are really doing a lot in the production in the production scheme of things. But the issue is this. If I send to someone like that, you'll be like, oh, this was just starting off, so I can give him whatever. But you can't do that because most of the people I know, okay, so if I send you, okay, so I've spoke to someone and the person will ask me, oh, how much is the person charging? And I give you the standard price. Like, this is the standard. I can't tell. So if I say, okay, Wills, come and produce a song for me, and Will says, oh, I know this is a no price. I'll do it for you for this price, right? If B calls me and tells me, I want to do a production with Wills, I will not give you the price he gave me. I'm going to give you the standard price. But the problem is they want to do an ob where I'm going to take advantage of my relationship with producers.
No, it's going to backfire back at you.
That's why I'm saying that it's really good. It's a very good idea, but I know that most times it is just for people to get like cheaper price. But let's not talk about production at the moment. So the reason why
I think what I think you can do in that sense, if you have people pressuring you for that, what I think you can do is this. You could be the referral bank. I don't know how to use the English, but
I'm still gonna give you the standard price.
No. You won't have anything to do with pricing. You won't have anything to do with pricing. So
people want you to be the one to help them price, and that's the problem. It cannot work. Hi, Juicy Pro is going to sit on their head. Welcome everybody, welcome to Life Matters with Anadejire. And as you've been listening so far, I've been talking to I am Mr. Wills, I am Wills, and his name is Williams. So if you see him on the road strolling, it is Mr. Williams. So let's start with this. What is mentorship to you?
Wow. Can I be truthful to you? Should I express myself? All right. Yeah. As in, no, because you see this mentorship thing, a lot of young people don't understand it. They don't get it. They really don't. Every great person you see today had someone they served under. Mentorship is more like service, as in. A mentor to me is, first of all, I think a mentor is someone who has been there and he has done all that. All your wildest dreams, all the crazy things you want to do, that person has done it. A mentor is someone a mentor is someone who you look up to, someone you resonate with. Understand? Someone who doesn't cut corners will tell you how it is. Understand? He will tell you as they go straight up. And in my life, I've had a whole lot of them. I've had plenty, but there are two very, very important ones to me, and that's where you have Wole Oni, and that's where you have Edward Sunday. And Wole Oni was actually the person who brought all these production skills to life. Understand? And the man no camo. Yay! As in, and I served him for a very long time. I served Wole for about 10 years. Understand? I was his assistant for 10 years. He was my mentor. He still is my mentor, but now, you know, boys don't turn men now, you know, without...
you're now mentee to the ambassador.
All right, so Ambassador Wole Oni was my first ever mentor. I served him, yeah, I did. And there were others, and today I have another mentor, Edward Sunday. So mentors, like I said initially, are people who are living your dreams. Let me use that word. Mentors are people who are living your dreams. Those people who you look up to, like, man, how much is this person making? I want to make that money this person is making. And you stay on him. You know, good mentor day, bad mentor day. So it's just someone who has been there, done that, living your dreams, and you want to be like that person, and you just follow up. So that's what I think a mentor is. Yeah, that's one definition.
So 2019, we are going into 2020 vision. 2020 that they've been screaming since all these years is right before us. And you see that most people want to cut corners. Nobody wants to. You said you served for 10 years. Like, I'm thinking in my mind that 10 years where I would have had. Do you get what I'm saying? Everybody kind of calculates. Do you know how much I would have made within those 10 years that would be serving someone? Why is it important? Because for me, I've heard your gist, I've heard your story, and in my mind, I'm thinking, why would someone say he wants to work or serve or be with someone for that long, where he can always say, you know what, I've learned one or two bits, let's open shop. Why was it very important for you?
You see, answering that question, I have to be straight. It's more like saying, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. My own is, show me your mentor and I will tell you your future. Do you understand? Who you serve a lot of times determines where you are going to. The person you serve under, the person you dream about, the person who is living your wildest dreams, the person you want to become, who is at that destination where you are still on the road to, is very, very important. As in, that person is everything. Understand? You see, we are human beings, and a lot of times we learn a lot from everything around us, our environment, our society, our friends, and all this stuff. We learn a lot. So when you're around someone who has been there, done that, it's just a matter of time. So you just can't take away that place of service. You just can't take it away. You see pastors who be in a church and serve and serve and serve and serve, and the next thing they go open their own church and it's big. Understand? I have brothers who served. Mastercraft, Sunday Mweke, served. That guy freaking served. Yeah, he served Wole Oni. Understand? I have people who served. I don't want to start mentioning names, but you know most of these people.
Yeah.
It's just that many of them will not come out and say, I serve this person, I serve that person. They wouldn't want to do that. But the truth is, nobody got there by themselves. Someone has to hold you by the hand and lead you to where you are going to. So it's very, very important.
I like that statement you just made. Nobody got there by themselves. But why would someone now come out and say, I'm a self-made? Do you think that it's a very, very myopic and cliche statement to say you're self-made?
No. Many people are many people are deceitful. That's where sorry, I'm being so hard.
No. We are real. We are real, and we are saying
You see,
that
a lot of people are deceptive. Deceptive in the sense that when anyone who will come out and not talk about who helped him to get to where he is, anyone who wouldn't come out and be proud to say, if not for this person, I wouldn't be here, that person has always been that way from the beginning. So he was never straightforward all the way. He was just using you as, or he was just using that mentor, that person as a means to an end. And immediately he got what he wanted, and the person come out. So he now gets to where he's going, and he feels like I got it there I got here by myself. But you know that these people don't last. You know, you can't be there. You will never be there forever. No. In fact, because at some point you will always need that person who took you there. You will always need that mentor. You will always need that father. You will always need that man, that woman, that boy, that girl. Let me tell you the truth. When I first walked into Wale Oni's studio, it wasn't, as in, Wale welcomed me with open arms and all. But do you think my service to him there was, for 10 years, was roses? No, it was hell. It was crazy. There were good times, there were bad times. And I'm proud to say that one of the first people who taught me how to use the system was a cleaner. The first person who taught me how to power the system and run Pro Tools was a cleaner. The guy had been serving there before I got to the studio, so he knew how to run the system. But imagine an errand boy sitting down, operating system. Oga will give us laugh now. Will you get out from here? But that was the person who taught me. That was the person who taught me. And every time I see him till date, I'm like, guy, you know, say if not for you, I'm not going to here. Yes, Wale really taught me everything, but you were the first person that told me, no, Williams, oh yeah, press this button. Oh yeah, Williams, touch this thing. And Williams touch, no, you can't. No. That's deception. That's evil. You are wicked. They need to shoot you, tie you rope and shoot you, throw you inside water.
So for you, today, 90% of young guys want to be producers. But let's talk quickly about people you've produced and looking at where you're coming from. So let's take a Sinach song, right? Or let's take a Sinach song. You've been the mix of the Christ Embassy zone for a while.
Yes.
And you've seen Sinach, Frank Edwards, Joe Praise, couple of guys that have been working, right? And they are now like mega artists right now. Why do you think that their church would invest that much in them?
It's beyond. It's not the church now. Let's be straight. That one, it's not getting to do with church. It's about the head, the person in charge of the church. It's not Christ Embassy. It's Pastor Chris. Yes, Pastor Chris is Christ Embassy, but he could have decided not to do what he's doing, but it's him. It's the Spirit of God in him. He's what we are all seeing now from him, his artists, the Christ Embassy artists and all that. I'm not sure that man saw that thing. I'm sure he saw it before he even created the church.
No, so what I'm talking about is in the light of, did they just get to Christ Embassy last year or 2 years ago and he just did?
They serve,
that's what I'm talking about.
They serve. You get people who see the inside there whenever come outside. They served, yes. I'm sure someone like Frank would have been. I know someone personally who this would be like her 19th or 20th year in the church, and she's an artist there and everything. So, and she never started to shine, but she's coming, and there are a lot of others like that. Someone like Frank would have been there for more than 20 years, and all these things. Sinach would have been there. So they serve. Yes, you have to serve. See, people want it fast these days. A lot of people want it very, very freaking fast. They want it fast. They want to plant a seed of corn in the ground and they want to harvest it almost immediately. And it doesn't work like that. You have to serve. I know you know that a success story. Success story na 19 years, na 18 years, na 12 years. When you hear someone just has breakthrough overnight, is probably
It's
10
blood
years
money.
of work, 12 years of yeah. There's no blood money again. It's called audio money. Now audio money. Then they call out.
Oh my God.
Now audio money. Then they call out. So they served. Yeah, they
So
served.
what is the
Knowledge
job
is
of a
only power
mentee?
right now. Knowledge right now is. Oh, sorry, you're saying something.
No, it's fine.
No, I was saying knowledge. You know, we used to hear knowledge is power, knowledge is power, knowledge. Right now, knowledge is not power again. No. Knowledge is profit now. So it's what you know, and it's what you know that brings you what you're looking for. Understand? So when you're in a particular environment and you serve the right person, no, it's just a matter of time. You get what you want. You just have to be patient and you have to be calm. You have to chill. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush. Don't be afraid that age is catching up on you. No. You'll get there. Just chill.
So what's the job of the mentee? Because we put this I cater on the mentor to do this, to do that, to do this, to do that. But I noticed that people want to be attached to the mentor's name and not actually do the work. So what exactly am I supposed to do? So if I'm saying, okay, Williams, I want to be a producer, or I want to learn how to use Logic Pro, or I want to know how to use Pro Tools, or I want to learn how to use like whatever it is that I want to learn how to do. And
Okay.
what's your expectation as a mentor to the mentee? What's the expectation that I'm meant to actually do? What are the things I'm meant to do as the mentee?
First of all, as a mentee, I, as the mentor, must resonate with you before I can allow you into my space. Do you understand? I must feel like we share the same values. So before you as my mentee, or before you as that person walks up to me to tell me, I want to learn this, I want to learn that, you must check and know that, okay, I and this person, we share the same values, we come from the same place, and we are probably going to the same place. Understand? Then I must be someone who really shares your dreams. Understand? Because before I mentor you, I must know you. Understand? As in, there must be that bond. That bond is important. Yes, that bond is important. I can't just mentor anybody. No, I will mentor someone I know. I will mentor someone who I'm cool with. Understand? So we probably will have the same mannerisms. We probably might have the same character. We probably might talk the same. There must be something about you that attracts me before I'll say, okay, I want to teach you this, I want to teach you that. I've had people who have like cash, like money, say, Will, I can't teach me this thing now, and I will collect your money. We go start, something will just off. Nepa will just take the light and I'll just leave you, or maybe the relationship will just scatter. So it's a mentor and a mentee relationship is more spiritual than it is physical, because it's more intellectual, it's more inside, it's not outside. It's inside. It has to be deep. There has to be that deep connection. It's a relationship. Understand? I must know that you have my back. I must know that you are loyal to me. I must know that I can leave you in this place and I can trust you with what I'm leaving you with. You understand? So there's a lot. So it's between both of them. Because you might hear, I want you to be my mentor. I have people who are my mentors, but I've never met them. They are mentoring me from afar. But there's a bond. For instance, I worship in Daystar Christian Center, and Pastor Sam Adeyemi is my mentor. He has never met me face to face to say, okay, Williams with like this, Williams with like, but I listen to his messages, I read his books, and he's changing my life daily. Pastor Chris Oyakilome, He's my father-in-law. He's also my mentor. I've never met him face to face. Like, we've not sat down, chilled one-on-one. I say, Williams is like this, like this. But I'm learning. Understand? So there's a lot. So it's beyond just physical. It's spiritual. There has to be that connection in there for it to work. Yes. So you as the mentee, you have to be truthful to yourself. You have to be realistic with yourself that this is where I'm going to. This is what I really want. Understand? And you stay there. And the mentor too will know. So it's a bond. It's a
So
bond.
we've had instances where mentors take advantage of mentees. We've
And
had
mentees take advantage of mentors too, right?
yeah, and I'm gonna flip it up. But the reason why I said that is because I've met a lot of people within the last 2 years. Yes, I would say 90% of people that people think I've known for 20 years, probably except from Bros Eddie and maybe Big Baller G and Yetunde Are. 90% of people that I've met, that people kind of know me with, or people have seen me have conversation or connection with, and people I've known within the last 2 years.
Wow.
No one will believe it, but that's the truth. 90% of people that I met during the wedding or that day, I've been talking to them for over 2 years, and that was my first time meeting all of them.
I see.
Like, everybody I met, the day I met you technically was the first day I met Dage, was the first day I met Sam, was the first day I met Oga Kenny, was the first day, like, I'm telling you.
Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm. So in my head, I have seen you said something, and why I this is the first time I think I'm saying it like on the show. And the reason why I mentioned that is because of one thing you said. People need to invest also in their mentors. You have to invest in yourself, but you have to invest in the relationship you're trying to build. So it's not like every time your mentor has to always go out of their way to do things for you. Sometimes you have to sacrifice some things because you want to make the person understand that I appreciate what you do for me. I appreciate what you've been doing for me. And I really, really appreciate you because you've been this, and this. Do you understand? But now,
Can I say something?
Okay.
Can I say something? Do you know that in the 10 years I served Wale, do you know I was sleeping in the studio?
You were?
I was sleeping in the studio.
Wow.
For 10 years I served Wale. I slept in the studio. I was sleeping in the vocal booth. As in no house. Oh. Nobody say they go house, come back. Oh. No. You are there. Your life is there. You are sleeping in the vocal booth. You're bathing in the general bathroom, general toilets. You are eating outside or something. It was, but we did all that. We did all that to not just because we were trying to just. It was beyond what we were trying to learn. It was because of the love. Yes, it was because of the love, the bond. Understand? As in at that point, we already died for the man. I'm telling you, till date. That is why you see Mastercraft to come out and he will talk about Wale and he almost died, and you hear me talk about the same person too, because the love was real. He didn't do anything. No, he wasn't. He didn't do anything to us. So he did not dash us one money. He didn't say, "Come on, between this." No. You just love him. You want to die for him. We built the trust. As in, Wale will travel and he will go on tour for months, and he will leave me in the studio because he knows that Williams is there. If you call him and Wale out to say, Williams is in the studio now, just go to the studio. So Williams will produce, mix, master, die, resurrect, fall sick, come back again. As in, that is it. If you're not ready to go through that process, if you're not willing to bring yourself down, lay your life down for this thing to no, you're wasting your time. You're not ready. You are not ready. You are not ready at all. You're never ready. You're never ready. You know,
I've seen a lot of people talk about producers and the likes, and you see, but you said something that baffled me. In the 21st century, guy has more mentors around the business or $10 or like money mogul kind of thing. You really see, okay, Christianity today has been watered down by a lot of false prophets, just like as the Bible has said it before. But you really see
yeah.
guys like today have mentors amongst men of God. Is there a reason why?
I know, do you really? I don't want to go into that topic,
No,
please.
openly,
Can we
openly.
avoid?
The reason why is because I've had a conversation with someone before, and the person said, I rather make my CEO my mentor than my pastor. And in my mind, I'm like, he's supposed to be like your first, like, oh, your first G and all that. Even though it depends on the level of connection you have. Like you said, you have to have a connection or bond. But today, you see people don't even want to be close or even stand near them. And I ask myself, why? Why is that happening today?
Because people are not truthful to themselves. People like fantasy. They like mirage. They like, this thing is not real. Understand? First of all, a man of God is first a man. As in a human being, he gets flesh and blood for body. So he's expected to make mistakes. But when you hear someone is a pastor, you hear someone is this or that, you expect that he shouldn't make mistakes. You expect that he shouldn't have flaws and all. So when he makes a mistake or he defaults somewhere, as a man wey him be na, you can't dey judge the man, you can't criticize the man. Understand? So that is it. That is it. Pastor Sam Adiem is my pastor, and I love him. And he comes out openly to tell you, oh wow, I made mistakes. I make mistakes. I still do stuff. Understand? Once in a while, I wish I didn't do this. Once in a while, I wish I didn't do that. And that's real. And I love him. That's why I can make him my mentor, because he's real to me. Understand? But people wouldn't want men of God to be their mentors, or they don't want to have anything to do with pastors because they've not first dealt with themselves. They never first tell themselves true. They've not told themselves the truth that this man, this is a human being, this is a man. You carry a human being and put him on a pedestal of a god or of an angel. You know if you walk now. You know if you walk. So we need to get ourselves straight, as in we need to sort ourselves out first. The problem is not with the pastors, it's with us. It's with whoever feels the pastors have issue. You are the one that first has an issue, because you don't want to understand that is a man, that is blood, that is water, that is vein, that is emotion. That person will have headache, he will have toothache, he will have mood swings. Do you understand? Yes,
No,
now.
it's not spiritual for a pastor to have mood swings, you know.
Exactly. So
It's
you
not
will have mood
spiritual.
swings. You have mood swings and all. So what do you expect? So when he now falls and everything, what do you think will happen? Can you see who is there? See that person. See that person. See him. Do you know who that is?
I
That's
can.
Bro Seji.
I've seen him. I've seen him.
All right. So that's what I'm talking about. So when you're not real with yourself, you now come and start blaming man of God. You now start saying man of God did this, man of God did that. Please go and sleep, Jerry. I beg. He's a human. He's a human being. He's a human being. The way you get on your knees to pray, that's the same way he too gets on his knees to pray.
True that.
The way you are waiting for answers to your prayers, the same way he's waiting on answers to his prayers. The only difference between him and you is that probably he spends more time in prayer, he spends more time listening to God, he spends more time seeking the face of God than you will do. So, and he has taken it upon himself that his mission is to preach the gospel. So you call him a pastor and you think he shouldn't fall, or you think he wouldn't make mistakes, or you think say hungry no go cash, then he now comes out and shouts, I'm hungry. And you now say, why should man of God be hungry? I'm not supposed to be fasting for the nation. Please, you see why I said I don't want to talk about this. Please.
You know, most times we have a lot of disarray about what our expectations as mentees are. But one of the things that I've noticed, and I think that we should put into constant reminder in our head is that when you have that conversation with that person, or when you meet your mentor or whatnot, don't believe that the person won't be human enough to make mistakes. And that's one of the things you said. Don't believe that the person won't get angry, or the person won't react in a certain way, or believe that your total dependence or financial help comes from your mentor. So since you already know him, and another thing that, like I said earlier when we're talking about production and all, is don't abuse the relationship. I have heard a lot of people. I remember when I had Bros Eddie on the show, and he was like, there's some guys that were like mentees to him, and they will work with him, and they would just have like a small break, and probably they would like just a small break. Probably they set up, or they have a shop now, and the next thing you start saying that, oh, she Eddie, and I'm like, and it's like most of them do that, like, oh, he's my paddy, anything I say he knows. And
so he actually told you that?
He
actually told you that?
He did.
Wow.
And in my head, I'm thinking, why would you do that for someone that went out of his way to make sure that you know all these things, you're good with your work, with your this, but you come out and you're like, okay.
Because that was their original intention in the first place. Remember I said this thing initially. It don't be inside, it's inside them. So when they came to meet you, for you to teach them, for you to help them, for you to impart your knowledge into them, they were not being themselves. They were just being deceitful. You were a means to an end. Now they feel they've gotten to that point where they don't need you anymore. So the real person now comes out and shows himself. Do you know what I do for those kind of people? Before we even go that far, while we are on the road, while we are still on that journey, I know, I don't hide myself. I will just display for you. I will just show you, as in, if you can handle me, if you can handle my pressure, if you can handle my intensity, if I know that I will intentionally do some things that you wouldn't see coming, that you will feel like, why did he do like this? If when I do those things and I see your reaction, the reaction don't make sense. No, we are not going any further. Now there it go end. But people like Bro Eddie, why I love him and why he's one of the people I'm on, that one of my mentors, is because he just has this large heart, and I tell him, say, Baba, this is your large heart. I don't like I don't want it. I don't want it.
Yeah.
He has it. He feels everybody is good. He doesn't have enemies. And I tell him, it doesn't work. No, it's not true. So it's in them. It's in them. So when they just get to that place where it's rosy for them, they make money, they don't go one show, 100K, 150, 250. The money never reach 1 million, no, they don't buy car. Next thing, hey, Wills, person that was calling you bros before now calls you, hey, Wills, how far now? Then the person that was calling you boss, Baba, next thing you say, hey, Mr. Wills, Williams, I beg, show. Or they'll just call you, send you some random text, the way they chat with you on WhatsApp changes, everything. So for me, I don't get to that point. No, I don't get to that point. I've learned too much. I learned from the best. I saw a lot of stuff. I have a lot of experience. So I told myself that I'm not going to get to that point. Nah, I won't get there.
The reason why I made that statement, and the reason why I talked about it, is because I feel like a lot of people need to calm down for 1 minute and look inwards. Sometimes you don't get mentors because you don't get mentors because of your attitude. And today, you see a lot of people have disgruntled attitude, and they add it under the mask of want to have a mentor. I want to have a mentor. I want to be. And you see them say all these things. And at the end of the day, it flips back. The true person, like you said, the real reason why you came to meet the person will still come out. I just added that I would say that a A leopard cannot hide the skin for so long. You will still see it. You can't fart in a room that is closed and expect that when someone opens the door, the person won't smell it. It's only if it didn't smell in the first place. But at some point, it will. And that's what most people do. They add under the shadow of, I want to have this mentor. I want to you get that kind of dream. So people kind of want to be mentored because of what they want to eat. I remember when I was working in Bragbade's studio, right, where Dami was working.
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
it was funny because Bragade will like tell us. So the first thing, if you want to come learn production, is he'll teach you how to like start up the engine, do this, do that, and he will kind of point you to, okay, you should work with these are the tools, what kind of system are you using. So he'll kind of give you the heads up. But first off, when he's busy and he knows that, okay, maybe this, I don't want to mention him. There are some artists that won't want any other person to be in the booth with them or be in the studio with them. So most times what he did, if someone is comfortable with you, he can tell you that, okay, you know what, take this book. So sometimes he give us books to read. And he will just tell us that we're not learning anything like physical production or learning how to use the logic for today. He will give you a book to read. And we were 3 then before we became 2, right? And this other guy just wanted to make beats. If you tell Dami will tell you the guy. He just wanted, like, he didn't want to learn whatever music was about or whatever theory he needs to learn about music. He just wanted to like bam, bam, bam. Give me the boost. Let me start producing. And it was good in beat making. It was making all these Afro beats. But you would see that when it comes to content of production, he didn't have it. So he would come to the studio, let's say around, we were supposed to get to the studio for 9 o'clock. He'll get to the studio like 12 and be like, oh, what should we do? So be like, take this the book you're supposed to read for today. And you will see, he will be so restless that he won't be able to sit down for 30 minutes and he's like, I want to go myself. He will go for another 2 hours. So he had to let me know that it's not like you're stupid for coming here or learning or reading books. It's because you need to know better. And it's the same way that most people don't want to do it. Our generation, we don't read books anymore. We don't want to learn how to sit down and actually think for ourselves. Google has made life good and bad. Like, Google has made it that you can just type anything you're going through and to pop up just because someone else has put it there, right? But one thing I've noticed is that a lot of people don't want to sit down and actually learn. You know, there's a difference between you serving someone, being around the person, and actually learning from that person, looking at the person's mistakes and saying, just like you said, Bros Eddie is too humble. But you're looking at the good side of his humility and also looking at the side where, this person took advantage of Bros Eddie. When I get to the point of where he's right now, I don't want this to happen. But what we do is that we take that bad thing the mentor has done, blow it up in front of everybody, then come back and say, oh, but the person did this that is good to me. Which makes no sense. So it just comes back to what you were saying. Don't rush it. Have a good bond and connection with the person. Don't think the person is infallible. Everybody, we are all human beings first. But before I end the show, I wanted to talk about what's your day like? Your day in the studio. If someone comes for, if I tell you, okay, I have a song, what are the things that will point in direction of, okay, I want to work with this person, or no, I can't work with this person, or oh, this song, it might not go with this product, with this beat, or with this kind of tempo, or with this kind of what comes to mind when you hear a demo, technically?
Okay, before we even get to the point of demo and all that, before I produce everybody I've ever produced, I produced based on vibe. I don't know if that is right. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but I must feel the right vibe towards you to work with you. That's the truth. I'm not someone who works based on how much you are paying me or how much I'm going to make of you. No, it has never been, because I wasn't trained that way. Wale only didn't train me that way. And right now, being with Edward Sunday is the worst. So, these people, they are not people that money freaks them. So it has never been about money. It has never been about cash. So it's more about the vibe. I worked with Laulu Benjo because I just liked his vibe. Understand? And when I feel good towards you, when I feel good towards what I think you carry, it's easy for me to bring out what is inside me. Understand? So first of all, the vibe between, in fact, from the moment you say, hello, is this Williams? From the moment you say, hello, is this Williams? I already know if I'm going to work with you or not. Trust me. It's that simple for me. From the moment you send me an email, from the moment you send me a WhatsApp chat, I already know I'm working with this person. I already know I'm not working with this person. I'm sorry. So first of all, the vibe has to be right. The spirit has to be right. And it has helped me. It has helped me work with a lot of people. And I must be very truthful. Every time I ignore that vibe, every time I ignore that thing in me that tells me, don't work with this person, don't go there, don't produce this song. If I ignore it, I don't enter Yawa. Hey, God. There was a particular year I was refunding money. And it wasn't because anything was wrong. I wasn't just feeling it. And if I'm not feeling it, I can't produce, I can't work, I can't create. So before the relationship gets all messed up, I'll just tell you, I'll just tell you, please send me your account number. I'll just refund you your money. Sharp. So I had to grow. I had to grow. Yes, that's the truth. Growth is very, very important. And a lot of people don't want to grow these days. Everybody wants it. So I had to grow. I had to make those mistakes. I had to learn to listen to myself. I had to learn to understand myself. Then I had to learn who to work with and who not to work with. So first of all, the vibe has to be right. Then secondly, the song. These days I don't produce I don't produce anybody. I don't produce everybody now. The song has to make sense. So I've had instances where I had to change lyrics of your song. I have people who work on the lyrics, for songwriters, lyricists and all that. So the song has to make sense. Then I love people who allow me be myself when I'm creating music. I love people who tell me, you know what, Wills, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. But you know what? Just give me what you think is the best. And I'll ask you, are you sure? Say yes. So I'll first of all make sure you give me all your ideas. Send me all the YouTube links that have the references to the kind of sound you want us to create. Do you understand? Then we now make, and those music have come out amazingly well. You can see people like Ada Ehi. Do you know, for each Ada Ehi song I produced, she would have sent me almost 15 references. And a whole lot of them like that. So the song has to be right. So you must be willing to allow change. You must be willing for us to tweak your sound, change your music. You must be willing to listen. Yes, you must also be willing to evolve. Like I said again, I'm not after how much money you want to pay me. No. Money is not my driving force. I love money, yes. But I've always believed that if you do what is right, if you work right, you do what is right with the right people, you will make more money. In fact, I have produced people who haven't paid me a dime, as they didn't pay me 1 naira. But by the time I'm done with their productions, I'm so happy, so fulfilled, and I'm like, let me just go and sleep. Wow, I've had a wonderful day. So the song, the vibe. Then lastly, after we are done with that production, what next? Do you understand? And that is where a lot of people get stranded. They'll tell you things like, song, I want to do this song, I want us to do like blah, 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 blah. And they don't know where it's going to go after you're done with the music. That is a major put off for me, major one. So you need to know what you want to do with the song. even before you walk into the studio, even before you call me to tell me you want to produce with me, you need to know where that song is going to end. You need to know if you're putting it out for free, if you're selling it, if it's for birthday, as in you just need to know what's going on with it. So don't just come to me and tell me you want to produce a song, and after we are done with production, you will now carry it and go and put under your pillow, or you leave it as MP3 in your phone and be playing it in your car for your friends. And
My God.
let me give you one gist. So last night, Freke Omo called me and was wishing me happy birthday, and I told him, bros, don't wish me happy birthday, I don't want to hear. Yeah, is hallelujah, no go finish video. And he just kept quiet. For like 5 seconds, he was quiet.
I'm still fighting with Tosin B till now. I've told him, I said, everybody has over remixed You Are Big.
Can you
Nobody
imagine?
knows this Tosin B song.
Are you serious? So you
I'm
see,
like,
I'll have to keep fighting.
Apparently, I was not the only one fighting him. And like, even they just said, oh, they are told us several times, shoot a video for this song. Let me tell you one of the things that video actually helps. Video helps you to own your song and it becomes record.
Yeah.
I remember Shout Hallelujah, Ale. It was a Stone Church song. That's how this church I can't remember the state in Nigeria, they remixed and did a video for the song.
It blew up now.
It so blew up until Stone Church now did the original, knowing that it was Bradwale and his wife that actually like wrote the song and sang it. And in my mind, I'm thinking, how will you take someone else's hard work? And there are lots of people out there with no conscience that will take your work. But before we go, someone asked you a question. The person said, what if you don't have references to a song? I believe every song will have oh my God, I had the worst of friends in my life.
Was it a bomb? What is bomb?
No, when I was talking about if someone goes takes another person's song and steals it, kind of. So he said, what if you don't have a reference to a song? Like when you said that they have like Ada sent you references to the kind of song she wanted to do. What if the person is like, it's a brand new idea and it's like...
See, every brand new idea came from somewhere. As in, there is nothing new on that song. Let's not lie to ourselves. See, especially right now in the gospel sector, I can sing one song, and in fact, just all the songs now, you can just sing inside all of them. Don't do your eyes like that. Don't do your eyes like that. You know what I'm talking about? Don't do your eyes like that. So please. Let's leave this idea of there are no references. There are always references. The internet is big. We have YouTube. Go to YouTube. You'll see there's somebody has done what you are looking for. It might not be Nigerian. Every song you're looking for, somebody has done it somewhere. It's somewhere. It might be Indian, it might be Asian, it might be European, but it's there. So you just have to spend time. I currently have an artist all the way from New Zealand who we've been working for about a year. I've never met her before, but we met on Instagram, and I've been producing her songs for almost a year. And each time we want to produce a song, we have to go through issues of references, because she will tell me, I want this song to sound like Steve Crown, Mercy Chinwo. I will now create Steve Crown and Mercy Chinwo song and send to her. She will say, no, this is not what I'm...
So I think the problem we have today, and I want to address this in a very, very subtle way so that it doesn't look like anything. The thing about references is not that he's saying go and copy someone else's song. He's talking about references in genre, where if you're doing rock, there are other, like if you're looking for a Nigerian rock artist, don't go too far. Just go and get 2 Florica albums, listen to it back to back. You will get inspired. If you're looking for probably reggae or whatever it is you're looking for, someone has done it in that genre of music. But doesn't mean that the song is so isolated that you're creating a brand new genre of music. It might not work that way. But at the end of
Primarily.
the day, it boils down to us just being, like you said, be truthful to yourself, know what you're doing, and seek help. You can always send a message to Mr. Wheels and say, oh, I want to do this work, or I want to work on this production, or I want you to and you can send a DM to Juicy Pro. Juicy Pro is an anointed